Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going on a journey back in time to explore the mind of a man who didn't just play the beautiful game, but completely redefined it. Before the era of Messi's magic and Guardiola's tactical genius, there was a revolutionary figure whose ideas laid the very foundation for modern football. This is the story of Johan Cruyff, the mastermind of total football. Our story begins in the post-war streets of Amsterdam, a city rebuilding itself, full of life and resilience. It was here, just a stone's throw from Ajax's Stadium, that a young skinny boy named Johan Cruyff was born. Football wasn't just a game for him. It was his world. He rose from these humble beginnings, joining the Ajax Youth Academy, where his prodigious talent and, more importantly, his unique way of seeing the game began to shine brightly. Even as a kid, he wasn't just kicking a ball. He was thinking, analyzing, and questioning everything. This innate curiosity would become the hallmark of his entire career. When Cruyff broke into the Ajax first team, he was more than just a gifted player. He was a force of nature, a conductor on the pitch. But his true genius was unlocked when he partnered with the visionary coach, Rinus Michels. Together, they forged a philosophy that would turn the football world on its head. Total Apple, or total football. The concept was as simple as it was revolutionary. In their system, no player was fixed to a single position. A defender could surge forward to become an attacker, and a forward would track back to defend. It was a fluid, dynamic system where every player had to be technically skilled, intelligent, and versatile. Imagine watching it for the first time. It must have looked like beautiful, organized chaos. But beneath the surface, it was a symphony of movement and spatial awareness. Cruyff was the conductor, the on-field extension of Michel's brain. He directed the flow, swapping positions, creating space, and orchestrating attacks with a grace and intelligence that was simply breathtaking. He didn't just play football. He was playing chess on a grass field, always 3 steps ahead of his opponents. With Cruyff leading the charge, Ajax dominated Europe, winning 3 consecutive European Cups from 1971 to 1973. They weren't just winning. They were playing a brand of football that had never been seen before. Then came the 1974 World Cup in West Germany. The Dutch national team, built around the core of that great Ajax side and coached by Michels, unleashed total football onto the global stage. The world watched, mesmerized. The Orana were a blur of orange shirts, moving with an almost telepathic understanding. And at the heart of it all was their captain, Johan Cruyff. He was the symbol of this revolution. His elegance, his speed, his vision, and of course, his signature move, the Cruyff turn, became legendary. That single moment, where he feigned a pass and dragged the ball behind his standing leg, leaving the Swedish defender utterly bewildered, encapsulated his genius. It was a move of pure imagination and audacity. Although the Netherlands famously lost the final to West Germany, they won the hearts of millions. They had shown the world a new way to play, a way that prioritized beauty and creativity over brute force. After his triumphs with Ajax and the Dutch national team, Cruyff's journey took him to Spain, to a club that was yearning for an identity, FC Barcelona. His arrival in 1973 was more than just a signing. It was a cultural event. He led Barca to their first La Liga title in 14 years in his very first season, instantly becoming a hero in Catalonia. But his impact went far beyond a single trophy. He brought with him his philosophy, planting the seeds of a revolution that would blossom decades later. He gave the club a style, a belief system. He carried his philosophy not just to win games, but to build an empire of creativity and attacking football. Years later, Cruyff returned to Barcelona, this time as a coach. This is where his legacy was truly cemented. He assembled the legendary Dream Team of the early 90s, featuring players like Stoichkov, Romario, Koeman, and a young Pep Guardiola. He didn't just teach them to win. He taught them how to win with style and flair. He instilled the principles of total football deep into the club's DNA. From the first team all the way down to the youth academy, La Masia, he insisted that even the youngest players be taught to play with the ball at their feet, to think for themselves, and to value possession and intelligent movement. This philosophy, this unwavering commitment to a certain way of playing, created a domino effect that has shaped generations of footballers and coaches. Pep Guardiola, who was Cruyff's midfield anchor, has openly stated that everything he knows about football, he learned from Cruyff. When you watch Guardiola's teams, be it Barcelona, Bayern Munich, Or Manchester City, you are seeing the evolution of Cruyff's ideas. The intricate passing, the high press, the positional fluidity, it's all a direct descendant of total football. And of course, there's Lionel Messi, perhaps the greatest product of the La Masia system that Cruyff revitalized. His ability to drift, to find space, to create something from nothing, it all echoes the spirit of the Dutch master. Cruyff's vision still lives in every clever pass, every intelligent movement, and every beautiful goal that we celebrate today. So when we look back at the history of this incredible sport, Johan Cruyff stands apart. He was more than a footballer, more than a coach. He was an artist, a philosopher, a revolutionary. He was the mind that made football art. He taught us that winning is important, but how you win matters just as much. He famously said, "Quality without results is pointless. Results without quality is boring." He strived for both, and in doing so, he gave the world a gift that continues to inspire and entertain. His legacy is not just in the trophies he won, but in the beautiful game we are privileged to watch every single week. Thank you so much for joining me on this deep dive into the genius of Johan Cruyff. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more stories about the legends of the game, please hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you won't miss our next video. Let me know in the comments who you think is the most influential figure in football history. Until next time, take care.